Scene 1. Calm flight. On the night of December 27, 1948, the world's largest passenger plane, a Douglas DC-3, took off from Miami, bound for Florida. On board were 125 passengers and 9 crew members, a total of 134 souls. At 8:13 p.m., cruising peacefully at 8,300 feet over the North Atlantic, everything seemed normal. Captain Robert Miller and his co-pilot monitored their instruments, unaware that this night would change everything forever. Scene 2. The Vanishing. Suddenly, communication with San Juan Air Traffic Control began to weaken. Captain Miller reported a minor technical issue. That was his final transmission. Within 10 seconds, the plane vanished from radar. Its last known location, the very heart of the Bermuda Triangle. Scene 3. The Storm. The plane was swept into a mysterious cyclone, unlike anything anyone had ever seen. Inside the cabin, screams erupted. Captain Miller fought desperately to regain control, but the storm had other plans. All electronics failed. Compasses, radars, nothing worked. The plane was no longer under human control. It spun and tumbled, carried by the storm's fury. Scene 4. Miracle Landing. After what felt like an eternity, the plane emerged into calm, surrounded only by the endless ocean. The engines were dead, and gravity pulled the plane downward. Then, through the haze, the co-pilot saw it, an uncharted, mysterious island. The plane crashed into a massive ancient tree, which by some miracle saved all 134 lives. Scene 5. First night on the island. Inside the plane, cries of pain echoed. Captain Miller, wounded but determined, took control. Retired Army Doctor Evelyn Reed began treating the injured. Outside, they discovered an uncharted island, dense with jungle, strange plants, and an eerie silence. Their first challenge? Water. There were no streams or rivers. Only rain could quench their thirst. Scene 6. Survival and Fire. Captain Miller organized survivors into teams. One salvaged supplies, the other built shelter from metal sheets, seats, and giant leaves. A young teenager, fascinated by science, focused sunlight through his glasses on dry leaves. Hours later, a tiny flame flickered to life. Fire, a symbol of hope, warmth, and survival. Scene 7. Tragedy strikes. But survival came at a cost. One man ate an unknown fruit and died within hours. Later, 5 youths took a small boat to escape the island and were never seen again. Hunger, fear, and despair began to shape the survivors' lives. But Captain Miller and Dr. Evelyn Reed kept hope alive, teaching them to live, to fight, and to endure. Scene 8. Years on the island. Years passed. Children were born, farms were planted, tools and weapons were crafted. But storms, disease, and scarcity claimed more lives. The survivors learned that the island was unforgiving, and yet they persevered. They endured, united by the will to live. Scene 9. Radio Miracle. 9 years later, a minor earthquake shifted the wreckage. Arthur Vance discovered the old radio, repaired it, and, for the first time in 9 years, it worked. He spoke into the microphone, voice trembling. "Mayday! Mayday! Mayday! This is flight NC-16002. Is anyone out there? We are alive, stranded for 9 years." Scene 10. Rescue. After 9 long years, the human spirit had triumphed. They were, finally, free. Scene 11. Legacy. In 1958, author James Baldwin wrote a book, Lost in the Echo, the 9-year survival of Flight NC-16002. It became a bestseller, not just a story, but a testament to human resilience, hope, and the power of never giving up, even in the darkest night.